You know that one neighbor who acts like they own the entire block? Clipboard in hand, walking around like they're the mayor of suburbia? Well, imagine someone taking it so far, they end up in handcuffs, on their own picture-perfect lawn. And the person who called them out? None other than the victim's wife, a 911 dispatcher. So here's what went down. We had just moved into our dream home, a stunning house tucked along the edge of Oak Ridge Hollow, a fancy high-end neighborhood with quiet streets and well-manicured lawns. Now, technically, we weren't part of the homeowners association. Property lines were crystal clear, and we had all the documents to prove it. But someone forgot to inform Karen Wilcox, self-proclaimed queen of the HOA, clipboard in one hand, entitlement in the other. The first time she knocked on our door, she had that fake friendly smile that screams, "I'm about to ruin your day politely." I thought she was just being neighborly. Nope, she was scouting, looking for violations. "Your mailbox," she chirped, "doesn't follow community guidelines. You've got 7 days to fix it." I tried to explain, nicely, that our house isn't under the HOA. Even offered to show her the paperwork. She laughed it off like I was a child who didn't understand the rules. "That's a common misunderstanding," she said. "All homes on this stretch must follow the visual standards." Then she handed me a giant binder. I kid you not, it was thicker than a phone book, full of rules about hedge height, porch plants, and fence paint colors. From that day on, it was Karen versus us. Every week, a new complaint. Our porch lights? Too bright. Our grass? Improperly edged. She blocked our driveway with her golf cart so she could measure our hedges with a tape measure. Then came the fake violation notices taped to our mailbox. My wife Elaine said, "Ignore her. Don't give her attention." We tried, really did. But then, she started taking photos of our house. At night. That's when we installed a simple security gate. Nothing fancy. Just enough to make Karen think twice. But Karen doesn't think twice. One morning she rolled up to the gate, smashing the buzzer like she was trying to break it. I answered through the intercom. "You need to open this gate now," she snapped. "I've received a complaint. I'm conducting an inspection." I reminded her, again, we're not part of her little regime. I asked her to leave. She leaned into the camera, hissed, "You'll regret this," then sped off in her golf cart like a villain in a cartoon. 20 minutes later, ding, motion alert. Karen, standing at our gate, screaming into her phone and pointing at our house like she'd uncovered a crime scene. I listened to the audio feed, and my blood went cold. "Yes, police? There's screaming coming from this house. I think someone's hurt. They won't open the gate." She called 911 and lied. What she didn't know, Elaine, my wife, was working dispatch that day. Now, she couldn't just drop the call. Protocol is protocol. But the moment she heard Karen's voice and saw our address pop up, she flagged it as suspicious. Instead of an emergency response, officers were sent on a welfare check, with notes. 10 minutes later, a squad car rolled up. Karen ran up to them like she was on the red carpet, arms flailing, voice shaking, full-on drama mode. I met the officers at the gate with my ID. "Officers, I can explain. This woman has been harassing us for months over HOA rules that don't even apply to us." One of the officers touched his earpiece. His face changed. "Sir, is your wife Elaine Miller?" I nodded. "She's on dispatch right now. She gave us the full backstory." He turned to Karen. "Ma'am, did you just report a violent incident at this house?" Karen doubled down. "Yes, I heard screaming." But the officer wasn't buying it. "Ma'am, all 911 calls are recorded. Our notes show you've made false claims about multiple residents in this area. You're under arrest for filing a false police report and abusing emergency services." Karen's face went white. "But I'm the HOA president." Didn't matter. She was cuffed, right there, in front of half the neighborhood. As they took her away, an older neighbor walked up to me, leaned in, and said, "We've waited years for someone to finally stand up to her." Turns out Karen had been terrorizing the neighborhood for years. At the emergency HOA meeting the next week, she was unanimously voted out. In court, she got slapped with a $5,000 fine, 12 months probation, 200 hours of community service, and a restraining order, 100 feet minimum distance from our home, just like that. Karen's reign of terror was over, all because she messed with the wrong house and the wrong dispatcher. Subscribe or follow for more jaw-dropping neighborhood stories and real-life revenge you'll never forget.